Sendoso's platform enables teams like yours to bake into meaningful engagement and pour into pipeline with strategic direct mail strategies. Curious about your experience with us at Outreach and if you'd be open to revisiting for Payhawk Business. P.S. Do you at least like my puns? What's going on, guys? Jacob Two-Winer here from Clay. Today I'm going to show you an epic campaign we ran for Sendoso using Champify and Clay to power some awesome automated outbound. This campaign had crazy high conversion rates. I want to show you the stats, I want to show you the copy, I want to show you how we built it in Clay, and give you a table template to just grab yourself and run with. So, without further ado, let's get into it. And by the way, I'm losing my voice. Okay, so as you can see here, we have a 13% response rate, unique response rate. 40% of these responses are interested. We've been booking so many meetings from this. We have a Slack channel set up and an Airtable that shows all the leads that we have, and every time someone responds with interest, it's just like bing, bing, bing. We've been getting responses every single day, like just people wanting to. I mean, in one day we had 52 responses. The next day we had 45 responses. Like, pretty wild stuff. Basically 100 responses, over half of which, or a little bit less than half of which, were interested. Lots of meetings came out of this. Very easy to run. And one of the best parts about this play is the following. Champify is an awesome product, okay? But one of the problems with it, and with any of these sales tech products, is you still have to rely on the reps to actually use it. And most of the time that does not happen. How many times have you purchased a tool like this and then had a Slack notification come in, but unfortunately the rep didn't action it, or the sales manager did not create a sequence, and all of a sudden you're missing out, right? Not only on the opportunities that you could be generating, but also just the money you spent that you're wasting. With Clay, you can push the data in from Champify automatically, and the moment someone changes jobs, instantly reach out with a personalized message. So you're not only capitalizing on the time, you're also ensuring that it actually happens in the first place, which is another huge value proposition of using Clay. Without further ado, let's go into the Clay table and I'll show you how this looks. Okay, so the beautiful thing about this play is that it was very easy to build. I'm not doing anything crazy. We have a list of people that were either the champions at closed won opportunities who moved jobs. We have people who were associated with opportunities. We have users, Sendoso as a self-serve model, or just any of the users that we were tracking. We tracked when they moved jobs. And so all of these people moved to new companies, and we built the list of all these different types of contacts. So very simple. If you already know what Champify is, you understand the value proposition. So where does Clay come in? I'm going to skip to the personalization section where we enrich the contacts. The first thing that we did here is the following. We took their LinkedIn profile. This came from the Champify export. And all we did was we passed it into the enrich person from LinkedIn enrichment here. So you can go to enrich person from LinkedIn, and you can give it a LinkedIn profile URL, or even if you just have someone's name and company, you can actually use Clay to Google search for a person. You can just put in like their name and their company. So I could say like name, first name, last name, company, right? And search. And this would actually go ahead and find those people for me. There we go. So now this will search Google and find the right people for me and enrich them with their LinkedIn data, even if I don't have a LinkedIn URL. So you can see how powerful Clay is. But anyway, when you enrich somebody with LinkedIn, you get all of the information about them. You get their name, their job title, their LinkedIn summary, all of their education, where they went to school. I can see all of their colleges in here. I can see all of the jobs they've listed in the past, their previous job titles, and this is really, really cool. You can see their location, etc. So this is how we were able to create the personalization. We basically enrich the people with LinkedIn data, and now we're going to use ChatGPT to create a custom message for these folks. And you can see here, even without the LinkedIn URL, I was able to enrich all these people. Now, I'm going to delete this and show you the GPT prompt that we built. So, personalization, here we go. So once we had their LinkedIn profile and their current company, we normalized the company name. This way we can remove things like Inc. or LLC from the company and just make it look like a normal company name for use in the email. We also were able to pull out the person's start date. So if you go here to experiences, where is it? Experience 0. This is their current experience. We can pull in their start date right here. This is the date that they started their job, or the month. So you can pull that in here. Now, in Clay, we're going to calculate how much time has passed since that date in months. So we use an AI formula, which basically can create some JavaScript for us. Only run if the start date is not null or empty. And I want you to calculate the months that have passed since this start date in months. Round to the nearest whole month. So this formula takes that start date from LinkedIn and generates a number of months. We then use that to generate a rough number of years there, also with the formula. So we basically give it the number of months, and we give it a whole number or a half number. Then we use a series of GPT prompts, actually just one GPT prompt. So if they've been there for less than 12 months, then we use this formula to just generate a sentence that just takes that number that we calculated and jam it into the sentence. So if this is greater than 0 and less than 12, basically if it's less than a year there, then we say congrats on surpassing number of months with company name. Very, very simple opening line, okay? And if it was more than 12 months, it would be weird to say 17 months. So at that point we use ChatGPT and we normalize it. Congrats on surpassing 1.5 years. Congrats on surpassing 1 year. Congrats on 1.5 years. And then we just combine these two different versions into one final output line. And you can see, depending on how long they've been there, we create a pretty customized and personal congratulations line on how long they've been there. Now, in terms of the Smart Lead script, what happens next? So here's the script that we sent that was very simple and worked very well. Basically, it was congrats on surpassing the milestone that we calculated from their LinkedIn profile with the LinkedIn enrichment and ChatGPT and their normalized business name. And then we offer to send them some wine or cookies to celebrate. Sendoso's platform enables teams like yours to bake into meaningful engagement and pour into pipeline with strategic direct mail strategies. Curious about your experience with us at Outreach, and if you'd be open to visiting for Payhawk Business. P.S. Did you at least like my puns? So there you go. This is the first email. Went very well. As a follow-up, we send one more email. Tough choice. Very simple. This sequence did really, really well, and we can automate this entirely. And I think there's even more that we could do, but this is basically it. So using Sendoso we're combining a few different tools here. We're using Champify one more time. We're using Champify to track when our previous champions or users move to a new company. We are then sending that information to Clay to enrich their data with LinkedIn and go beyond what data we then send the data from Champify to Clay to fully enrich the data with LinkedIn and create some unique personalizations far beyond what you could do with Champify on its own. And this can be applied in all different use cases depending on your target audience and what you sell. In the case of Sendoso, we wanted to basically pitch Sendoso's value prop. So we offered wine or cookies as a congratulations for their milestone there, and we referenced their previous company in the email. So we're combining Clay, Sendoso, and Champify to create a really, really cool outreach campaign, fully automated in Smart Lead, and book tons of meetings. If you're interested in doing something similar, check out the description of this video on YouTube or maybe in LinkedIn or on the blog, wherever you're consuming this content. We're going to add the Clay table link where you can grab this table, copy and paste it into your Clay workspace, and get it up and running on your own. So hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you on the flip side.